There we go. Looks like we are live. 0. Yep.
Hello everybody! This is a wonderful stream of World of Orlea. This is basically just a big Q&A for the Cosmere and stuff, because we're going to be starting the Cosmere role-playing game soon. So we're just doing like a Q&A where the players ask questions and I, as the GM, will try my best to answer them. And so that it's not super boring for someone to watch, which is just a long Q&A, but our wonderful resident librarian Dion is going to be sorting some books.
This is our version of Minecraft parkour.
Sorting books.
This is the Cosmere equivalent of Minecraft parkour, as let's watch someone sort books while we talk nerd shit.
Okay. This is also my first time playing, so I do actually need to figure out the controls first, but...
Come on, it's WAS.
Nah, man, just...
I don't like
Yeah,
those.
I've
always been an arrow boy myself.
Then you're a loser. Fix yourself.
Fuck you.
WAS and D for the win. But yes, so we're basically just going to be asking some questions back and forth. So does anyone have anything interesting to ask or boring to ask about the Cosmere?
Right. So, my main question.
Yes.
What is the fossilization process in Roshar?
Canonically, from what I remember, there are no fossils. The planet is... So, actually, there's a really interesting point that Hoyd speaks about, where he says that some planets do and some planets don't have fossils. And it depends on how old they are and the conditions of the planet itself. And as far as I know, because most things are made of carapace, they don't really fossilize in the same way because of the gemstone nature. So as far as I know, there are no fossils on Roshar that have been discovered or talked about. However, technically speaking, things with shells do fossilize in wet environments. So I would argue that there's probably quite a lot of fossils in the Reshians.
Okay. That's it's good to know. It has absolutely nothing to do with my character. It has nothing to do with anything about what I'm going to be doing.
It was a very important question.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
But it's a question that I had to ask. I had to know.
So to my knowledge, fossils do exist in the Cosmere and have been confirmed to exist. However, none have been mentioned specifically on Roshar.
It's good to know.
Dion,
Yes.
Dion, do you not realise that this is 1A? This is the...
What?
Up at the top, 1A. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the content here that Dion is doing. You're doing it wrong. You're fucking doing it wrong.
No,
that's...
What's he on about?
It's a hun on tip of the dinner.
If it glows golden, it's correct.
Yeah.
Fill them all in the right order, and it should say shelf complete or something.
Where's the
Where's
the last one? What the fuck?
You have to go find it.
I have it in my fucking hand.
Then put it over there.
No, he didn't.
There we go.
You have to look at the back of the shelf.
What?
And to place it, you have to be looking at the shelf, not the books next to it. So did anything happen when you put that there?
No.
Then you've done it wrong.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have. Okay, stop
Right,
focusing
anyway, back
on me.
to the Roshar
This is not the point.
conversations.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to backseat game here.
Yeah.
So Vinny, I believe you had a question about the hierarchical structure of the races in Roshar. Has he walked off? Excellent.
Seemingly, yes.
Seemingly he's walked
Vinny
off.
is not here.
That's spectacular.
Could you
Back
please
to
tell me about the hierarchical structure of the races in Roshar?
So, the important cultural things that happen on Roshar mostly come from the Vorin cultures, which is the cultures who worship the High Storms and a figure called the Stormfather. Obviously you know this, Matt. You've read most of the books, haven't you?
Yeah, I've read a good amount.
Yeah. So, from what I can tell, the Voron structure is mostly about competition and from about like conquest and war, but mostly competition. And so basically those cultures sort of dictate the fashion and economy of the surrounding areas quite aggressively. So mostly if you're talking about actual humanoid races, it is the Voron cultures, which would be your Alethkar, it would be Yakaved, Aesir, that type of things. But mostly those structures don't use ridiculous things like skin colour to denote racial feature. Mostly that is by hair colour and eye colour. So hair colour is your sort of genetic ancestry, and eye colour is usually seen as your social standing. Yeah, there's really interesting stuff happening with hair colour on Roshar. I think it's going to be a lot of good character art coming out of it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's gorgeous art. Everything I've seen so far is so satisfying.
Now, I would like you to describe in incredible detail why the Thalens have long eyebrows.
Yes, that's a question I
Okay,
have.
so my
Now, this is an important
genuinely
question.
do have a theory on this. Because
Okay,
Sanderson
okay.
is not the type of author who would put these types of details in at random. Okay? So I have a theory that because they are a sailing nation, have you ever known how we work out the speed of boats?
It's to do with knots, isn't it? You tie a knot in a
It's to do
rope.
with knots. So what they would do is they would have long pieces of rope with knots tied in them, and they would let that out as they were sailing and count how quickly the knots passed, and that would be however long however quickly the ship was travelling. I propose to you that ancient Thalens used to tie their eyebrows in knots and measure the wind speed of the places that they're going through, so that they could travel more efficiently. And over generations and generations, they have grown eyebrows longer and longer to accommodate this fact.
I like that.
I mean,
I really like it.
Doesn't the knot in the rope have to be a certain length to donate that, like,
Yes,
to
it does. And
represent
they're on
that
their way
speed,
to
right?
getting there.
Yeah.
Obviously,
They're just not there yet, right?
They're just not there
They're not
yet.
there yet. They need another 3 or 4 foot, and then they'll be there.
Yeah.
So, hypothetically speaking, if someone wished for their character to be a Thalen,
Yes.
I could have nice and long eyebrows that I tuck behind my ears.
So
Yes,
you can-
absolutely, literally.
In the Cosmere RPG, there are 2 distinct ways to choose who your character is prior to, like, when they're first born. So when they're first born, the 2 things that matter are your mother and father, or the equivalents thereof, of your sort of genetic standing. So if you wished to have Thalen eyebrows specifically, you would have to have either a mother or a father with Thalen ancestry.
Okay.
However, you don't need to be raised in Thalena, because your birth parents and the culture that you grew up in are functionally different on the Cosmere TTRPG from a character point of view. So you can choose to have the appearance of any culture whilst having the actual culture of any other culture.
But I could, if I wished, to grow up on.
Yes, you could absolutely choose to be Thalen parents with Thalen.
Growing up in Thalena.
Grew up in Thalena with all the associated bonuses that you would get of that.
Okay, perfect. I would need to have a more kind of in-depth look at the bonuses that you get for the races, because I know that does have things.
The bonuses for Thalena are quite simple. You would gain basic knowledge of their average day-to-day life, such as their language, and if you choose to be reading and writing, you gain their language immediately. Let's see what else you get here. Thalen expertise. As a character with Thalen expertise, you're familiar with the elective monarchy and the merchant councils. You know the names and reputations of major Artifarian guilds, and you've likely experienced burials as a part of everyday life. You know tips to mitigate seasickness and arrange travel between the 3 islands of the outer islands. Choose how proficient you are in speaking and writing in Thailand, regardless of your religious beliefs. You're familiar with the basic tenets of Floranism as well as the passions.
Okay.
So the bonuses for Thalana are basically that you're Thalan and you get knowledge of the surrounding area, and because they're a seafaring culture, you gain basic little tidbits of like how to sail a little better than your average civilian.
Okay. I could see that possibly not coming up.
Yeah, that's one of
I
the
can
fun things about it, is that you'll never really know like whether your stuff beforehand is relevant.
Yeah, until we kind of get into the nitty gritty of the actual stories that were going on. Well, I think I've made my mind up, and I do think I know what race I wish to be, as I do enjoy the Thalans in the books.
Hee.
Yeah,
For no
the
reason.
Thalans are a good one.
And then on the flip side of that, how often are we actually going to be in combat?
So, from what we have seen of the one shot that we played,
I was there watching. I did watch, so I kind of know the system a little bit now.
Yay!
From what I can tell, there's always an out, and there are full character builds and full classes. Like Envoy path means that your whole thing is, how can I talk someone down from this situation? So how much combat you get into is very dependent on whether or not your characters wish to be in combat. Like, it's not like D&D where everything is sort of geared towards, if you're not fighting, you're not leveling up, you're not actually playing the game, you're just talking. Like, a vast majority of the Cosmere, the skills are designed to be playing the game at all times. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I did see that partially in the way that the lads played the other night on Wednesday.
So like
there.
for instance, they dodged 2 combat encounters entirely, and they mitigated it. They ended up just diffusing the situation using their character abilities and chatting. So it was pretty good.
I do like that aspect of the Cosmere RPG, where it is kind of more roleplay focused. I'm a big fan of roleplay.
Yeah, me too. I think it's a good system for our style of play.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was quite a satisfying kind of middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, I have revealed to you guys a little bit about the story that I'm hoping to craft during session 0. So we will be doing a session 0. It will be not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. So we will be doing session 0 where we're creating characters and working out how we know each other and what we are sort of going towards as a goal. And I've revealed that I would quite like to look into a section of the Cosmere that's not explored particularly much in the books at the moment, which would be her dance. So I'm hoping to do somewhat of a Herdazian infiltration, sort of join the rebellion type of playthrough. So as for how often you'll be in combat, that will very much depend on which parts of the rebellion you guys feel need the most help or would benefit from your skills the most. Like, if you're a very combat-heavy group, there will be wars and skirmishes and big fights that you can go take part in. But if you guys want to be mostly scholars and envoys and negotiators, then that will be equally easy to interpret. And obviously, if you want to do both, just offering your skills here and there whilst chatting to the people around you could very well be a good mix of both. So it's entirely dependent on the players, how much combat we have there. There will be combat opportunities aplenty. because the country's at war.
Yeah.
As is most of the planet. So there's that.
So another question: what is the bonus for the Vadens? The Vadens?
The Vadens. Let me have a look. So I have my book here. Vadens. As a character with Vaden expertise, you're familiar with the King, the Princedoms, and the 4 major ethnic groups in Yakovet. Choose how proficient you are in speaking and reading with speaking Vaden, and reading and writing glyphs, as well as your literacy in women's script. So Vaden is one of the cultures where only women can learn to read and write. So obviously, if you want to do that, you pretty much have to be a woman, or you will be fairly ostracised from the community. If relevant to your backstory, you can also choose how proficient you are with the Alethi, the Bav, or the Shin, or the Siln languages. Regardless of your religious beliefs, you are familiar with the basic tenets of Vorinism and current events relevant to the Vorin Church. So that's one of your big foreign countries. So you're very determined, or very clued in, usually, on just what's going on with Vorinism.
Okay. Right, I haven't fully decided what I wish to be race-wise now.
I will also say, one of the other options that it gives you is Wayfarer, which is occupation, exile, or tourism may lead a person to live a life of travelling from one place to the next. So the expertise you get for that, as a character with Wayfarer expertise, you know how to read international map keys, you can find trustworthy currency exchange hubs, which can be used to switch out dun spheres for infused ones. From your travels, you've learned basic greetings and a few cultural touchstones from various nations. So if you truly can't decide, you could be a Wayfarer, which is just a professional traveller.
I'm thinking more in. I'm thinking more in. I do want to have an ethnicity or a group that I definitely descend from, kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I definitely do want to pick one of them for the character. Where is let's have a look. How are you doing with the book collection? I was too busy searching stuff up.
I'm still trying to figure out my system. For right now, I've decided I'm gonna look for mathematics books. That's my.
Have you discovered the magic powers yet?
Nope, because I'm being slow to figure out everything.
So I do have a kind of core concept of the character.
Okay.
So I was thinking of either being a Thalen or Vaden.
Yeah.
I do wish to play a woman.
A woman?
And I wish to be a Dark Eye. A Dark Eyes.
That sounds good to me.
With everything that obviously would come along with that. So I was thinking, and I don't know which character would fit this more, but I do definitely want it to be in a port city where I could maybe get away with this. The character will be would have been running an illegal operation at some point.
Ooh, okay.
Whether or not that is important certain goods or running gambling rings and stuff like that. And her backstory,
Okay.
where she's kind of the head of the operation, but is before the story takes place, dethroned from that and a light eye's put in place of it, because although it is illegal, it's 110% going to be something that the higher ups in the city like and want to keep and have running, but they don't like the fact that it is the Dark Eyes that is kind of in charge of that.
So I would say the first thing that pops into my mind, obviously, Thelena is your kind of port city.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that.
So
But
is
Vadenar can be the same.
Cabronth is a big one as well, which would be that would be up near. I'm trying to find it on the map again. Cabronth is in Alethkar, but it is sort of. Sorry, it's across from Alethkar, in what's called the Frostlands, which is another. Cabronth is obviously a big trade area as well, but they trade mostly in knowledge. So if you were looking to be like a secret runner, Cabronth would be a good place for that.
Yeah, that could be quite good for
But
them.
if you're thinking like goods and services, Thelena would be the big daddy of the place to be for that.
I was thinking Thelena would probably be the best out of the two options, and then I remembered that Vadenar is also a coastal city, I believe, and has a port.
Yes, it does.
So I was like, maybe. But I think Thalen is probably where I'm going to stick to that. But obviously, from what you've told us about where the story is going to go and where everything is going to happen, and why things are going to happen, my character will be tied to Kieran's character, because Kieran has or can do something that she wants. Whether or not that was someone who supplied her with stuff, that's what we were thinking in the past.
Yeah,
And now with this new Light Eyes in power, he's got a higher tariff on the stuff that he's important, and would maybe like to see that come down. We haven't fully really creased that out yet. But basically the two of them are together because each of them are using each other as a pawn. Otherwise, both these characters would despise each other.
Yeah, that makes sense. I will also say it's a bit far from Kieran's homeland. Obviously, Thelena puts you next to Alethkar.
Yeah.
So that would be a good shout if you wanted to have a working relationship with someone from Alethkar.
I do want that, so I think Thelena is probably the best option now, actually.
Yeah. Vadenar's pretty close as well, to be fair. But I was going to suggest Aesir obviously has the legalization of illegal things. So it would fit really well with your story of they took it from me. But it's obviously not a port city. So
Yeah.
I was thinking Kashyyyk. Kashyyyk is part of the Aesish Empire. And is very similar to Cabronth, where they collect secrets. It's a form of currency for them, so you can actually pay for goods and services using knowledge. And one of the things that the Aesish has is that you can apply for a smuggler's license. So you can become a legal smuggler, which means that you don't want your stuff searched and that you're going to try your best not to do it, or not to have it searched. But if you are caught, rather than going to jail, you just pay the tariff on the things that you are attempting to bring in.
That could actually be an option. I'm going to stick that one down.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick that one down. I like the idea of that as well.
Yeah, so that would be Kashyyyk, which is in the Aesish Empire.
It is quite a wee bit away from where I would want to be, but I do actually kind of like the idea of that.
I will also say that if you want this to be a long-standing relationship, maybe not, but for the last almost 2 years, all the centre of Alethkar's power has been in Urithiru, which is right next to the Aesish Empire. Urithiru is actually within their borders, They just don't admit that. Alethkar kind of just goes, no, we found it. And obviously the Azish weren't up for fighting Alethkar.
Yeah, so they just kind of went, yeah, okay, whatever.
So there is an option for that as well, if you wanted it to be that you were like, you worked with them for the past sort of 2 years. And then you're like, yeah, well, I mean, we're still kind of using each other for pawns, but it's not quite progressed into a proper, like, lifelong commitment type of thing.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep that in mind. I'll put that's definitely going on the list of the two. But I think I'm probably gonna do Thalen. I do like the idea of the eyebrows.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what sold me on it.
Yeah, that
to
makes
be fair,
total
but
sense to me.
I do like having options be there. And I like the idea of having that little bit of, you know, illegal stuff going on.
Yeah.
Under the surface kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense.
I do like the idea of that. Especially when it pairs up to what Kieran's character is going to be, who is not here yet. He'll probably join the discussion at some point.
I would imagine he'll be very, very happy to join the discussion.
But let us discuss the backgrounds. Is it called, or is it's basically your character class? The classes, is that probably the best word for it? It is classes, isn't it?
Paths.
Yeah, the paths. Let's discuss the paths.
So at level 1, which is what you guys will be starting at, you are given. So instead of. So the leveling up is slightly different in the Cosmere. From what I can tell, and again, we're not like experts, we're not endorsed, this is not official in any way, so if it's wrong, please comment and correct me. I'd be happy to learn it. But from what I can tell, every time you level up, you have a chance to increase your strength, your health, sorry, which is separate from all your other statistics. Your maximum skill rank has an opportunity to go up, which we'll talk about later. Then you gain skill ranks, which we'll talk about later. And you gain these things called talents. So it's almost built up to have multi-classing built into it. So your talents at level 1, you gain 1 talent from your starting path, which is the class you choose to work at, and you gain 1 talent from your ancestry bonus, which you also get to pick. So you can put 2 talents into the same path, but you can also have it be that you're like, I'm an active warrior, but I was raised as a sailor, and so I've got like hunting and knot tying down as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
it seems like such a fluid character system. It doesn't feel like you're going to be really railroaded. And you can go down the route of being railroaded and min-max, whatever the heck you want to do.
Absolutely.
But it definitely fits the Cosmere, where everybody's just kind of like a hodgepodge, kind of mishmash of their life and their experiences and stuff like that. Yeah. I really enjoy the concept of the system, and I want to see how it ends up playing with us obviously playing it.
Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting. So for your talents at level 1, you get 1 talent from your starting path, which you must choose, and 1 ancestry talent. At level 2, 3, 4, and 5, you just gain 1 additional talent. But at level 6, you gain 1 talent plus your ancestry bonus talent. So there are certain levels where you gain basically 2 levels, if you were thinking about it in D&D class terms. So the ancestry bonus talent that you choose can be any of them, but once you've locked that in, at certain levels, you'll level up for free in that ancestry one. So say you wanted your ancestry one to be agent or something.
Yeah.
At level 6, you will gain 1 talent point that you can put anywhere you like. You can multi-class again, you can add it to the ones that you've been doing, you can add it to your ancestry one, whatever. But you also gain 1 level and whatever you chose to start with as your ancestry talent.
So, going off of what the basic information I've told you about my backstory and what I want to kind of run on, would you say that agent would be a very good one for me to pick?
So let's bring up the stuff for agent. I would say for you, I would look at agent or envoy, because there are some good stuff in envoy as well. So agent, your 3 things are investigator, spy, and thief. Those are like your subclasses, but they're actually more just like categories of abilities. So investigators are basically just your like Sherlock Holmesy detective-y skills. Spy is just your stealthy stuff, and thief is just your illegal shit. However, for envoy, which would be another good shout for you, I think, you can go down the diplomat route. And diplomats are quite a lot about talking your way out of problems, as well as sort of giving that, like, I know the law, I know what's going on here, like, I should be allowed to just go, even if you're lying about it, kind of thing. For envoy, you've got diplomat, faithful, and mentor. Mentor would also be a good one for this type of person. I feel like if you're building a community, a gang, then that would be quite a good one.
I like the idea of envoy. Actually, I never actually looked at envoy, so I kind of just looked at agent and went, yeah, that's good enough.
Agent's a really good shout. Envoy's a good shout as well. But I will also say that there is a class called Scholar that's all about crafting, if you wanted to be going down the route of, oh, the things I sell are the things I make.
No, I think definitely, I think envoys actually, you have used your magic words to persuade me. I think that's probably the path I might go down, to be honest, from the sounds of it. I like the idea of her being less of a fighter and definitely being able to talk her way out of situations.
Yeah.
And play down situations, and that's how she's gotten away with what she's doing. And then on the flip side, the whole growing of a community, gangs and all that kind of stuff, definitely fits what I kind of want to do.
So I will also give you 2 additional options, just because I think it's worth you knowing most of them. There's another one called Leader, which gives you the 3 things are champion, officer, and political. So like, as an officer, it's designed to be like military officer stuff, but none of it is actually geared towards you must be a military commander. It just means you are very organized like a military commander. So like, the officer abilities are increasing your focus. It is like well supplied, which you can spend focus to basically add extra logistical skill to what you're doing, kind of thing. And political is based around basically just like to be honest, it's based around being like a gossipy little shit. So like, it's clearly designed to be like, one of them is like cutthroat tactics, which is your ally can raise the stakes. Instead of rolling your command die, they can roll a story die and recover 1 focus. So it's basically like you being a little shit and being like, go for the sweep the legs, Johnny.
Go for the jugular kind of thing. Yeah. I like it. So I get to, at the beginning of character creation, do I get to pick 2 of these? One as
you get one as your ancestry one, which will slowly level up in the background as the game goes on. Just
and
for
one
free
ends
as
up
part
being
of your normal levels, and then the second one you pick is your actual class that you can choose to put levels into every time you level up, and of course you can multi-class at any point.
So I could do envoy and leader then.
You could do envoy and leader if you wished.
Okay, okay.
The last one I will tell you about is Scholar. Now they have 3 paths as well. Artifabrian and Surgeon I don't think would apply to you. But their middle path is called Strategist, which is just using your intelligence to outmaneuver your foe. Like, that's the whole thing.
Okay. Okay. I definitely, I could see either the leader one or the scholar one working actually.
Yeah.
But I think I might be leaning towards envoy and leader. I'd have to see how they would blend together, obviously, and like gameplay wise. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Not really.
It really doesn't matter.
Well, let's have a look
Will we be discussing radiance in this conversation?
If you wish to, yes. So radiants are a very complicated part of character creation because so the game does say that if you're starting at level 1, you're never a radiant. So that's one of the things, like, because this is our first campaign,
of course,
and this is our sort of dipping our toe into it, we must get there through roleplay stuff. And your radiant levels are not affected by your leveling up. They are a completely separate system that must be tracked.
Yes. Well, I think I've discussed this with Kieran and a little bit with Dion. I like the idea of it being a natural thing that happens throughout the story.
Yeah.
I don't like it being like a railroaded thing where this must happen. But if you've got ideas, bring the ideas to your DM. But if it doesn't naturally happen, then it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Dion's not happy about that. He wants his radiant spread.
He wants his friend. I know he does. I can
said.
hear him seething as he collects books and does everything wrong.
Fuck you.
Well, you've got
How
a
would
4
you do
next to a
it?
10.
How would you do it?
Oh my god, Vinny's back!
Oh,
Yeah, I've been back for the last wee while, just listening.
But also, how would you do it?
I would just
move
pick
the 4 away for the 10.
I would just pick every book up from the floor and then just whack it on the shelf and be done with it.
Okay, bud.
Not the way
Yeah,
I like it at all. I like that.
Yeah, win-win situation.
No, you got to put all the first editions in one end of the place, then the second editions in the next place.
You're
So you'll have
both
the first
despicable.
editions on one end, 10th editions on the final end.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. So, throughout this story, is there going to be chances for characters to become radiant? And then on the flip side of that, is there any incentive to not become radiant? Are you kind of, especially maybe later on levels, are you maybe kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you don't become radiant?
It's a really good question. And it's one of the things that I think we'll only really know the solid answer to once we get
start
to
playing.
those high levels. However, I will say the statistics and the sort of combat of the leveling is mostly to do with... it's mostly to do with sort of using your skills that are your natural modifiers. So like, how well you swing a sword is how well you'll hit. None of the radiant paths will make you stronger, will deal more damage, type of thing. So I would think of it very similarly to being like a fighter as opposed to a like warlock. Does that make sense?
Where the
Like the fighter has invested heavily into your physical stats, and so
Yeah.
because of that your damage is insane when you get to that level. Whereas if you want to be going down the radiant path, you should really be investing much more in your cognitive and your spiritual paths. So like your willpower stat, your awareness stat, that type of thing will be mostly what you're going for.
Okay. We'll just need to let it play out and see how it ends up going down then. They all have certain abilities, correct, yeah?
Each spren is accurate to the books.
Right, okay.
So every type of radiant spren that exists in the story can basically do all the things that they have been shown to be able to do in the actual books. Yeah, all the different surges, which is what they call the magical power on Roshar, which is once you swear an ideal, you unlock the ability to access surges. They're all accurate to the book.
So the powers that come along with that are also accurate to the book?
Yes, indeed.
Righty-ho. Good to know then. Good to know.
So they do also have the philosophy of each spren as well. So dependent on what type of character. So one of the things that it advises the GM to do is to write down all the philosophies somewhere and then put everybody's name underneath them all. And then mark tally marks anytime one of them does something on that. And once it reaches past a certain threshold that you decide before the game, then you start laying hints about which type of spren that it might be that's maybe coming to take interest in you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And there'll be a whole entire mechanic behind bonding with a spren, yeah?
There is indeed, yes. Which I
Right,
shall not spoil here, because I think that's...
No, well, not.
I think that's something you guys would like to find out in game, to be honest.
Yeah. I think having it naturally happen in games is probably the best shout for it.
Yeah.
So the players and the people watching all get to experience it together.
Yeah.
Have you got any questions, Vinny? Because I feel like I've been hogging the airwaves right now.
I do have a question. Why is Dion not putting books away?
Oh, Dion is currently hosting for a guest that we have staying.
How selfish.
Precisely.
Quick, Dylan, pick up all the books and put them on a shelf.
That's a
Quickly.
good idea.
Just randomly start putting books on shelves. It's going to piss him off so much.
I do have a question.
What's your question?
This one is more for me personally. How would I progress down the path that I'm thinking? You said there was a way to progress. How was it a species thing or was it just being radiant?
Say the question again, please, Vinny. Sorry, I think I missed the thread on it a little bit.
Yeah, I think I've missed the thread here as well because I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
That path, that class, I asked about going on.
That you're not willing to discuss on air currently.
Yes. Would I... Is it a species thing or is it a being radiant thing?
Neither. It is your normal path.
Okay. How do I do it and not die?
You don't.
Damn. An event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
right,
well.
I think I know what this man's up to.
You might.
I think he probably does.
Well,
Matt has
yes, I'm gonna
instructed
die
me to do
eventually.
something for you.
does all.
Big rip.
Look, Dion,
Be so
I
sad.
fixed it for you.
He fixed
Fucking
that.
despicable, the lot of you. I fucking hate you. That is
I fixed it.
so
He
evil.
fixed it. He
That's
put
so
the books on
fucking
the
evil.
shelves.
I was just tidying up.
Look what I'm gonna do with your fucking
Undoing
books.
all that work.
Wow, He did such a good
Wow.
job.
Onto
You know,
the
what
Plus, I
floor
was
as
going
well.
through
you just
my
picked
books,
up there
you
was a correct
fuckers.
book, and you've now chucked it into the
All
pile, and you never know which
books
one
are
it
the
was.
top one there. The last one that you will undo
This one.
are the ones that you will carry.
I hate you. I hate all of you. You're despicable and vile. And I wish only sadness upon you.
Surely not me though.
Especially you.
Vinny did genuinely do nothing.
Did you tag this as autism?
Who did?
It says autism.
Yeah, Simon done it ages ago on our Twitch.
Legend.
Yeah.
So, to answer your question, Vinny, yes. The path that you would wish to be walking, without spoiling anything, would be the Envoy path, and
Yeah.
you would want to go down the Faithful path.
Okay. Okay, that's a good thing. Also, is there... I was here for the whole you can... certain level ups count new level ups in a way.
Yeah.
Crafting, would I be able to put points into that as well?
So, crafting is not actually connected to your level up process in the same way that D&D is. So in
Yeah.
D&D, when you level up, you gain abilities dependent on which class you chose at the start of the game, or whichever class you're choosing to put a level in. In the world of Roshar and the Cosmere, every time you level up, you gain certain things as a given. So every time you level up, you gain at least some health. You gain something known as maximum skill rank increase, which is essentially, think of it like your proficiency bonus, but you don't actually add it to anything.
Yeah.
Then you have your skill rank, which is what you're asking about. So at level 1, you get 4 skill ranks, plus 1 skill rank for whichever talent you choose to put your ancestry bonus 1 into.
Yeah.
So at level 1, you have a maximum skill rank of 2, which means you can choose to take skill ranks in 1 skill twice, which gives you a plus 2 to your dice roll. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So crafting is a skill which uses your intellect modifier. So whatever your intellect is, plus however many ranks you have in that skill, is your modifier for crafting. And every time you level up, you gain 2 skill ranks. You get 4 at level 1, and every time you level up, you get 2 that you can place wherever. And at level 6, your maximum rank becomes 3. At level 11, your maximum rank becomes 4. And at level 16, your maximum rank becomes 5. And that's where it caps.
Yeah. What is the maximum level you can be?
There is not one.
Oh.
Damn, so we can just keep going for
I see. Forever.
Yes, indeed. At level 21, you gain 1 health, you gain 1 skill rank, or 1 talent, plus your ancestry bonus talent. Then at level 2, you will gain 1 health, 1 skill, or 1 talent. And every time you level up, so it nerfs it, it goes on like a curve which scales.
Yeah, so it's like a soft cap.
Yeah, basically. So you can if you keep leveling up, you can keep gaining talents, you can keep gaining skills, but your attributes are locked, your health is always just going to go up by 1. Like it's technically limitless, but functionally maximum level 20.
Yeah.
After that, you're just leveling up for the fun of the game, basically.
Love the game.
Love the game.
I have a question.
What is your question?
What race would Vinny have to be for his character to be named Stan?
Ooh.
That is a question. I was thinking about, could I be named Stan in this world?
No!
No, stop him.
Stop it.
Someone, stop him. Guards, kill a bridgeman.
See.
He's actually putting some thought into this, Vinny, so you might be able to become a Stan again.
I hope so.
Got to continue it. Whether or not it's in D&D, whether or not it's in Roshar, this man will be called Stan of some description.
For the rest of my days.
He might be Stanthony this time. We don't know.
Ooh, Stanthony.
Oh, okay.
Nathaniel.
Okay. I actually think I've got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it abridgment?
No. The Reshi have two names. Okay, so you know how there was like a naming convention not that long ago in sort of Western culture of our planet, where people would be called like Marianne or like Jobo.
Yeah, the double barrel shotgun names. Yeah.
There are two Reshi names. One of them is called Sha, and the other one is Tan.
Ooh.
Oh, Shaitan.
Shaitan, let's go.
Tan, which is just a very, very twisted word of Stan.
We've got it, man. Let's go.
Got it.
So if you choose to be culturally Reshi, technically your name could be Shatan or Stan.
I am Stan.
I actually think I got that one.
It's good to know.
I'm glad you picked out this game specifically knowing that I could be called Stan.
Yeah.
I thought I would ask that question because I didn't think Stan would. I didn't think many of them.
Yeah, I thought about it and I was like, and I was like, that's not really a question I can ask. But it is.
I mean, we
That's
need
what
a
this
character
stream is
called
for.
Jedwadiah anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I've written all of them down, and now I can not have to refer back to this every single time.
Are you actually writing stuff down for this little
Yes, he
book
is.
stacking game? Oh my
Yeah.
god, Dion.
Yeah,
Ripping
I
it
gotta. Yeah. If I were in a
King.
library and it was in this state, I would write down all the sections so I don't need to go and refer back to them every time until I learn them off by heart, and then I would, one by one, put them back. Art of hiding in one's presence. Wait, was that yellow?
No.
Was that yellow?
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I think it can be anywhere there because it's in the right place and it's in the right.
There we go. Introduction to
okay.
herbology. That would be alchemy.
But yes.
Right. Okay. Right.
Right.
So, are we gonna do in-depth character talks here, or are we gonna wait for session 0 for that?
I think you can do any in-depth stuff that you wish to discuss before session 0. Any questions that you've got, anything at all. I think this stream is just about Q&A. And to be honest, if anyone watching has any questions about the Cosmere or the system, we can also do our best to answer that if anyone else has any questions. But yeah, go ahead, Matt.
So, I think I think I have a name.
Okay.
I think I wish to be called Vasha Raylan.
Ooh.
Vasha Raylan, yeah, that's a good one.
Wait, isn't my boyfriend called
for my
Rillin?
Phelan character, of
Yeah.
course.
Nice.
And I have some ideas for some internal conflicts that the character will be going on. Obviously, the backstory, if you allow it, where she's kind of conflicted between coming back, getting justice for what happened for her, regaining control, or rebuilding and all that kind of stuff, or staying in the background, becoming self-reliant, that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
all things that we're gonna explore within the character.
Yeah,
But
I think
would
it's a
I-
really good concept.
Would I be allowed to have like that kind of starting story of the character? Obviously her doing her illegal activities or getting ousted from it, and her working with Kieran's character. The whole thing I want from Kieran's character is she wishes to kill the Light Eye man that took over her business. She wishes to get him killed, but cannot do it herself, being Dark Eye, so she can't openly challenge him.
Yeah.
But Kieran can, so she's kind of trying to manipulate Kieran into taking on an honor duel and killing this man for her.
Yeah. I like that.
That's why they're together, and obviously Kieran's conflict or Kieran's desire out of this is, well, this motherfucker's costing me more money, or this guy's costing me more marks. If I put this one back in, I make more money out of it, even if I dislike her.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm winning in this situation.
That makes total sense to me. So I will say, in terms of doing,
I don't think this is going to come up in the story that we are telling. It's not going to come up in the story, really.
We'll make it come up.
On the
It may.
contrary, because this story was made by Brandon Sanderson, I would go out on a limb here and I'll say that the actual writing of the Cosmere TTRPG, I don't know what the workload split was between Brotherwise Games and Brandon Sanderson, but I would imagine Brandon Sanderson, in whatever like creativity fueled madness he usually begins his days in, receiving the copy of this and then screaming at Brotherwise Games going, but where's the trauma? So I built into the system is rewards for players who wish to have dramatic moments and think about dramatic things. So if you wish to start the game, like even if we don't start the game with your traumatic backstory, if you are taking a long rest and you're like delving deep into what your traumatic backstory was with the players, or if you're silently contemplating it so that we can like get an insight onto what your character's thinking kind of thing.
And our motivations and stuff, yeah.
Those are counted towards the things that will attract spread.
That's good to know, because I do have an idea for a spren that could work with her. Again, obviously it's going to be more of a fluid thing, so there is absolutely no telling what kind of spren she'll end up attracting, because until you actually start playing the character, you'll not actually know what happens. But this is the character that I did wish to possibly have her gain access to a damaged piece of shard plate, if you remember the discussion of this.
Yeah, I remember that.
Where it is basically the only part of it that remains is like the top half of it, minus the helmet.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had a few ideas on that and why it ends up being that way, if you wish to discuss, or this could be something that would be very much deep into the character's story.
I personally think that this aspect should be explored in game.
Yeah, we'll explore. I will give you the information that I have and what I think could work, and I'll let you do your DM magic on it.
So, out of curiosity, do you have an idea for? You said you have an idea for which spren that you would like to attract. Which spren were you thinking of?
So let me just go and find it in my notes. I have pages of notes already, because of course I do. Just find it.
So, for those of us who have not obsessively read the Brandon Sanderson books over the last year, as much as I have,
And
which,
me, as much as I possibly could.
Yeah. So, for those of you who are not familiar, the list of Radiant Spren are as follows. You have Pack Spren, Cultivation Spren, Spren, Cryptic Spren, High Spren, Peak Spren, Mist Spren, Light Spren, Honor Spren, and Unique Spren. And the unique spren are representative of the 3 gods that inhabit the planet that we're not going to get into yet. Needless to say, there are essentially nine radiant classes that you can choose from. Under no circumstances will anyone at our table be a bondsmith.
Okay.
Fine.
Good to know. I didn't want that. Well, I was thinking of high spread.
Interesting. Okay. So, high spread would put you in the order of skybreakers.
But the way the high spread and her would interact is kind of not the way you would expect them to.
Okay.
Because obviously her being someone who works in the underground would be definitely an unlawful character. She doesn't really follow the law.
Yes.
But she has her own really powerful sense of law, justice, and how uncompromising she is to it.
Yeah.
Again, naturally I want this to happen naturally and all that stuff, but I was thinking high spread.
High spread is a very good shout. It's a very good shout because one of the last, well, not one of, the last ideal of the skybreakers is that you must come up with your own code of law to follow. So technically you are on a very good path to be progressing well within the skybreakers.
Yeah, and I could just see, I can see a relationship between her and the Spren being quite tumultuous.
Yeah, I can see that a lot.
But in a way that the Spren kind of challenges her.
Yeah,
to kind of stick to her ideals and stuff like that. But again, it's entirely up to what ends up happening during gameplay, whether or not that comes up. But if she does become radiant, because I could go down a completely different route. She never becomes radiant. Another story gets told, but I have thought about this. I put some thought into this.
Yeah, I like that. I like that aspect. Vinny, out of curiosity, out of the types of spread that I listed there, did any of them catch your eye that you have a question about?
I know a bit about the Peak Spren, but I was interested in the Honor Spren. What are they all about?
Honor Spren are the vast majority of the things talked about in the books.
Yeah.
So, what I will say here, I have a thing on stream that says spoilers for the Cosmere, but I'm going to say...
I thought you were going to say read the books.
I am going to say again,
Spoiler warning
for the Cosmere. So anyone who does not wish to know has had ample time to mute. So,
Unless you're joining now.
Honor Spren are the Windrunners, which is what one of the main characters, Kaladin, is a member of the Windrunners and is basically the refounding member. So the Windrunners were an ancient group that went extinct for various reasons. And then, I have to say various reasons because Dion doesn't know the reasons yet. So even if you do, Matt, don't mention it. But yes, they went extinct and they were refounded by the universe's least lucky person ever to have been born.
Where everyone who ever loved and liked died.
Yeah,
I know that.
Paladin. Yeah.
That poor boy.
And you can accurately describe most of his days by, like, if there was just like, you know the scene in Despicable Me where it opens, where Crew makes a kid drop their ice cream?
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Paladin's the kid with the ice cream.
He's all of the characters.
But he drops it himself.
The ice cream and the universe is Crew. He watches that the kid starts crying because the ice cream is dropped. Then
And
he
he
pulls out a
smiles.
balloon and Kaladin's all like, oh my goodness, yes, how
wait,
cool.
yay,
Then
nice.
he kills the balloon as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then walks off grinning. That's the universe to Kaladin, basically.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
For
Vinny
no
is
fucking
working
reason
here.
whatsoever.
Yeah. But the Windrunners are essentially, their oaths are to protect the innocent and defenseless, and that is their whole thing. So the Honor Spren are looking for people who protect the innocent at all costs. So if you'll remember when we were playing our little one-shot on this Wednesday, which anyone who's interested can feel free to click back on. I'm sure it's on our channel. We played the one shot. But yes, the character played by Paul was a bridgeman, very similarly to Kaladin, and basically was constantly trying to protect everyone. And so when the honor spread took note and allowed him to swear the first idea.
And
He
Dion
tried
didn't get
really
to.
hard to make him do that, but yeah.
Well, this is
Maybe
the
both
other
could have
thing.
been more honourable.
The book somewhat so the TTRPG somewhat assumes that you will know the words prior to coming, because once you hear the sentence, speak the words, you are supposed to be able to recite them because your character gains a mythical understanding of them. And I thought Paul would have remembered them because he only read the first book like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But he did not.
Understandable.
Understandable. It's not just words, it's a sentence.
Well, I mean, in the book, I'm pretty sure, again, spoilers for anyone who does not wish to get spoilers here, Kaladin does hear the words before he's meant to speak them, and he has absolutely
yes.
no clue what's happening there.
Yes. However, it is a case of the idea here is always that you will, whenever you are about to level up in your Radiant Bond, your character is supposed to know which words they're supposed to say. So the words for the first level, the first oath, are
they all the same?
Always the same.
Yeah.
So the first oath to become a Knight Radiant at all is always life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. And then after that, each specific class of Radiant, you must swear words that are to do with their sort of domain of protection. And they don't have to be the same at all. Just a heads up, the game is louder than Dylan. Can you turn the game down a little?
Oh shit, yeah. That's not ideal. This has been, what, an hour?
Yeah, we're an hour into the conversation.
That's fine.
We got 5
Listen,
viewers though, so
They can max it out. Max out the
Min-max
volume.
this. I think Radiant is like probably one of the big draw points to this game. So I do see at least one of our characters at some point becoming Radiant, if not multiple of us.
well, I will be, as per the RPG instructions, I will be keeping track of when people fulfill certain requirements from certain things.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if some of you are basically always doing something that one of the Spren would take note of, then you are likely to garner attention.
I'm gonna be trying very hard to be... Well...
So basically, if you have an idea of what you want, play that into your character
Yeah,
as much as
basically.
possible.
No idea what any of the Spren want and no idea what I'll want. So I'll get whatever Spren I get.
You're gonna do it as like your first pick of your Pokemon starter. You know what I mean? Whether or not you get
Yeah.
like one of the actual 3, or if you get a Poochyena or something,
Yeah,
or a
like, I have
Rattata.
no idea what any of
You
the
just take
Spren
it.
like, aside from Eek, Mist, and Honor now.
Do you know what the Mist Spren want?
He's done some things. He's done some things.
Googling. Have you been Googling your
No.
Have you been searching stuff up?
No. Fuck, I've been
Oh
rumbled.
shit.
but yes.
Nah, but the Mist is just a vague. Judging from what you told me a couple nights ago, the Mist is a vague. I think I know what that'd be.
Okay. I
Whether or
will
not
take
I'm
you to
right,
the-
different ballpark.
If If it's based on what I've told you, I don't think you do.
It's a 50-50 shot.
I
on my
don't think it
guesses.
is, mate. I think it's more
both of them
75.
both of them could be completely wrong.
But yes, there are very different philosophies for each order of Knight Radiant.
Yeah.
But every single one of them revolves around trying your best to do the right thing in the situation that you're in. So all of them must come from a place of believing they're a good person, or believing that they wish to try and be a good person, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So a nihilist isn't getting one.
Well, they might,
Oh.
but they still act
Well.
in a way that they know will better people around them. Like, you can be a nihilist and believe that the worst thing will always happen, but still try your best to have the best thing happen.
Well, no.
I feel like Kaladin is the best example of that, to be fair.
Ooh.
So, I will also say Yasna would be one of my picks for that.
No,
Like,
true,
she's
true.
a fucking nihilist to the core. She is definitely the type of person that is like, yeah, no, the worst of the worst is always going to happen, so we must prepare for it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean she's not trying her best to prepare and
Yeah.
help people do stuff. But she is something called, and again, spoilers for the Cosmere, massive fucking spoilers for the Cosmere. She's
Yeah.
Everybody
something
mute.
called an else caller, and their philosophy is to strive to reach their own true potential. So you don't even have to be selfless. You can just try and be the best version of you possible and still swear oaths.
So how does this affect your character, Vinny? Do you want to give us some...
Okay then. Okay then, my character might be able to bond, because believing in others to be good, maybe not so much. Being the best person I can be, my character can do that.
So are you willing to talk about anything about your character, Vinny?
I haven't thought up a single goddamn thing.
Yeah, you have.
Correction,
Or-
I've thought
lying.
I've thought up one thing.
So,
A
if
religious
you wish
fanatic.
that one thing to be true, you will have to get deep into the Vorinism subclasses, which will be becoming an envoy and going down the path of the faithful.
Yes.
I would even venture so far to say that you should be an ardent.
Yes.
I was about to say, I think Vinny should definitely be an Ardent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal, to be honest.
Which means you can own no property, and you can never have any
very
political
little.
aspirations, and you will be someone else's property to take care of in exchange for advice and services.
That
You also
sounds
get no bitches.
amazing. I can deal with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, listen, someone else needs to take care of me. That's great.
Yeah.
I don't need to look after myself. I can just give advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I could see that. So far, what I'm getting from this is we have the possibility of an Ardent,
Yeah.
possibility of a high-class Light Eyes.
Yeah.
I don't even know what would be the best description for my character. Dion, we haven't heard very much about your character yet.
Well, my character is... What can I say?
What do you wish?
Well, okay. She is part Azish, part Horneater.
Okay.
And
You're culturally Horneater. You were raised on the
yes,
peaks.
I was raised on the peaks.
Hence your ridiculous name. Would you like to say it again?
Okay, give me a second. Right, yeah, give me a second.
I'll give him a second. He needs to look at his notes.
Ualilo mako i poela kiloa. That's my full name. But
No,
my
that's just your first name.
yes. But everyone calls me Lucky. So there we go. I think she would probably be quite open about some bigger aspects of her life, which will be discovered in game. But what I will say is that she's a woman who wants to be a fighter. She wants to be a soldier. She wants to do all that. And she started off on the peaks, on the Horneater peaks, and she's like that. Like she wasn't quite able to learn exactly what she wanted there, so she went to Azamir and was like hated all the protocol stuff and hated the system there, the whole bureaucracy of that. And so finally she was like, cool, well, fuck that then, I'm going to Alethkar. They're all soldiers over there, surely it'll go well there. And she got there and they were like, you're a woman, you can't be a soldier. So basically she's gonna be you can give this part of the thing, because I'm struggling to speak.
She's gonna be what?
Well, she's gonna be joining the mission.
Okay.
Thanks to
yeah. So, because they wish so heavily to be a warrior, they're kind of diversifying their portfolio, so to speak.
Yeah.
By getting involved with the Orlea military in the traditional female ways, which would be scholarly or by like scouting, which is not what they want to be doing. It's just the closest to what they can be doing.
And so this mission has come up, and she's like, "Fuck, I need to go to this, and I'll prove to them that I can be a fucking soldier.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be a bodyguard."
I very much vibe with that character, Dion. Thank you for that. I very much
can't
vibe
wait
with
to
that.
play her. She's gonna be really fun.
I got like a very diverse group going here.
Yeah, and a bunch of very hard-headed fucking
Yeah. I
Oh,
will
yeah.
also say, we're also gonna have at least one person who is starting knowing which Radiant that they're gonna be trying to bond with.
Oh.
Because Paul wishes to play as a bridgeman.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. He had way too
Okay,
much fun
okay.
with Vex.
So is Paul going down Honor Spren, or is he doing something different?
He wants to do Honor Spren. I would imagine he wants to be one of Kaladin's squires, but he'll be away from Kaladin. So it'll be actually a squire.
We can't get
anymore.
you playing Kaladin and just be like,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's good. It's good knowing these core concepts for characters, so we can kind of brace ourselves for how we're going to end up interacting with each other throughout the story.
I will say as well.
The other big mystery thing for me is Simon.
Yeah.
I've not heard anything from them yet, but last I seen, they were looking at singer character sheets.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
of course they would.
interesting.
Simon is like, I feel like I felt like they'd vibe with the singers immediately.
Me too.
Rightfully
That's
so.
going to be very
They are
interesting.
so fucking cool. Okay.
For those of us who don't know, those are people at home. What is a singer?
For those, yeah. For you're asking for a friend,
the people
right?
at home. The people at home.
Yeah.
Singers on Roshar, and again,
Massive spoilers.
Massive spoilers.
Spoilers. Mute now if you're reading the books.
Yes.
Mute the whole stream, honestly.
Singers on Roshar are ancient people who were lost to time, but their descendants have since become something known as Parshendi or Parshmen. Their descendants have become Parshmen, and they are a slave class right up until about 2 years ago, when there was a kickstarting event where ancient singers began possessing the bodies of the slave caste of society and awakening them into normal, like completely normal people. And just like all completely normal people who have been victims of slavery, immediately decided that they did not want to be slaves and began a revolution.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so, although they're also being heavily taken advantage of by the ancient people that took over, and now their revolution is somewhat turning back into, well, they done slavery, so why don't we do genocide?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I've only just realised something, and it's really heartbreaking, and it's nothing to do with Cosmere. It's that seemingly, as long as you've got the right bookshelf, you can put the books in like and like in the right order of number. So I've been putting them up without paying attention to alphabetical order, and that's really upsetting to me. I'm gonna have to.
But you will have to sort them all first, then decide alphabetical order, because you don't know what the other books are.
I know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, okay, you're right.
You'll cross that bridge when you burn it.
Exactly, I'll cross. Bridge burning.
Bridge burning. DM kill a bridgeman.
Kill a bridgeman celebration.
What's this one gonna be? Anyway, sorry, that was all.
So yes, currently humans are the victims of what I would classify as a revenge genocide. And they're kind of fighting back, and now humans are the underdogs again. Kind of, a little bit. It's pretty 50-50 at the moment.
But basically the whole world is at war.
Basically the whole world's at war with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
When is it not?
This is a little more extreme. This is like World War II levels of war as opposed to regular war.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Big Great War levels of war.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And no one's really the good guy anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of the most important part.
Well, I don't think anyone was the good guy at the beginning either.
Well, I don't know, because I really thought that they were doing, so, like, again, spoilers for the first book. The Parshmen and the Parshendi killed the Alethi king. And I thought this was going to be the start of, like, they're going to try and, like, reclaim their foothold in society kind of thing. So, like, they were kind of the good guys, even though they were the antagonist of the book for me.
Yeah.
And then obviously they done a genocide.
Have you talked about?
They done did the bad thing that
again, Mega spoiler. About the whole. We spent the first 3 books, okay, up to halfway through the 3rd one, or almost the end, thinking, yeah, like, you've probably mentioned this already. The fact that the singers are the original people.
I have not mentioned that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you've not mentioned that.
A huge revelation.
Because that's the big thing that flips it for you.
Huge revelation from the first book.
First book, you're like, oh right, there's this people in the background.
Like just showing up now. They've just been discovered.
They killed the king for no fucking reason. Why did they do
don't
that?
Know what's going on?
Yeah.
Maybe it was revenge. Maybe it wasn't. Midway through book 3, so if you have not finished book 3, midway through book 3, it is revealed that humans are literally aliens.
Yeah.
From another planet. Got chucked here by a big magic spell and slowly took over the planet just by kind of murdering everything that disagreed with them, as humans do.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, we do that.
And it got to the point that it was so bad that the humans forgot that they did that. Like, there's no written records of it, there's no anything to do with it. So, technically the humans are the invaders.
Yeah.
But they've now been here for millennia, and there's no human alive who remembers them coming to the planet. So, like, big problem.
And
The humans are definitely the bad guys, but the singers are not responding with, okay, you guys are refugees anymore. They're now responding with, you are a bacteria that must be scourged from the planet.
It's like it's a really big, not even turning point, but like in the book, in the third book,
it's a huge revelation.
It's
in the
a
book for
huge
that
moment
to be
for
revealed,
everyone
actually.
that you've been following, who have all been humans and who are all like.
Yeah.
Most of your main characters are really people who are trying their best, who think they're on the right side, and they learn that and they're like, oh fuck, we're the colonizers, we're the invaders. This is shit. Are we fighting on the right side anymore? And also, we can't just abandon the whole world to be killed because that's also bad. But what? Oh god, we've like enslaved this entire people. Like it's a really, really big fucking turning point. So I hope if you are reading and you didn't catch us saying that there was a big spoiler coming
How
up.
could they not?
Yeah.
We plastered it everywhere.
We've been saying spoilers this whole entire time.
Influence of short-lived cultures on that's sociology, is it? Or you can...
So, well, I mean, God, what else do I kind of really want to ask about my character? I think I've kind of covered most of my bases. A lot of this will have to be DM information when it comes to the rest of everything that's going to happen with the backstory. But core concept, I did illegal shit. I got ousted from my illegal shit. I want to do my illegal shit again.
DM, are you still hearing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
I
he
think
just
that's a
stopped
really
listening.
good core concept, and I look forward to session 0 where we get to build all our statistics together.
Yeah, on top of that.
So yeah, hopefully everyone can attend session 0, but if not, we'll obviously do private ones where we just re-watch it and talk about everything together.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping to be available for session 0. I'm hoping to be available.
You'd better be, you bastard.
As for Vinny,
Yes.
Yes.
do you have any more questions?
So, Ardents are genderless, but what else does their job entail? We went into the whole only our person giving advice, but what's their lifestyle like?
Ardents
You like
are...
jam.
Yes,
I do like
not
jam.
necessarily. Not necessarily. So, the Ardentia, which is the grand term for all the types of Ardents, is split up into multiple different philosophies. So, some Ardents are more focused on some aspect, just like in our world. There is Christianity, and then there is denominations of such, sort of just all of them with their own little belief system that they believe is correct. And you can think of Ardents as basically a mixture of like university professors and priests.
Yeah.
So they will often set you goals that you must complete in order to spiritually progress.
That's going to be so funny if Vinny ends up being an Ardent and he's like that. Right, okay, goals, guys? Goals? Let's discuss how you are not doing what God wants.
Yeah,
Let's discuss how you're not doing what I think you should be doing, and my God is angry now.
Oh, idiot.
Yeah, so some of them are geared towards recruitment. Some of them are geared towards sort of teaching. And there are a couple ways you can join the Ardentia. One of them is to be a great scholar who just wants to share their knowledge and teach, which is obviously basically just being a teacher who happens to work for the church. Another way is that you can be a great warrior who wishes to pass on their skills to the next generations. And that's also basically just you're a warrior who wants to retire and teach. But another way is that you want to actually devote your life to God and scholarly matters of the gods, which would be your actual religious preaching and giving advice and spirituality that type of thing.
Yeah.
One of the other things they do as well is medicine. So you can become a surgeon by studying as the Ardensha.
I see.
But you don't have to be an ardent to do any of those things.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
Well, you do if you want to be a preacher.
True.
Otherwise, what are you preaching?
But say if you
Otherwise
wanted to
you're a
become
conspiracy
scholar,
theory.
you
Yeah.
didn't. You don't have to be an ardent or any of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I do think having an ardent in the group is going to be bloody hilarious.
Especially
Yeah.
Vinny. Especially
Especially
Vinny.
since the ardent is bloody Vinny of all people.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Thank you for including your evil laugh.
Vinny's
Right.
going to be given a mile an inch, and he's going to run a whole entire mile. He's going to run around the planet at this point. With
No.
Yeah, man.
No.
No. So, what are the odds that you guys can be converted to a different religion? Or any religion, for that matter?
Well, technically, Matt will be part of your religion anyway, if he's religious at all, most likely.
Beautiful.
Whether or not I uphold the tenets is a completely
Yes.
different
You don't
matter.
gotta uphold the tenets, you just gotta say it and then do what the assignments I
Speaking
get.
like a religious leader already.
Yeah, you don't gotta uphold the tenets, you just gotta do the assignments I say you and say that you uphold the tenets.
Give me your money.
Give me your money.
Give me your
No, we call it tithings.
Yeah, give me your spears.
In the world of Roshar, they would call it patronage.
Yes, and then I give that patronage away because I'm not allowed money.
Sorry, mate, I
You
can't.
would
I'm a
never be
dark
given
eyes.
money, you would always be given goods or services. So you would be given a place to stay or a hot meal or something like that.
Sorry, mate, can't do that. I'm a dark eyes.
Oh fuck. Here, mate, give me the clothes off your back. I'm an ardent.
Here, mate, give me your money.
Give me your money.
But you will have to be a character that does kind of renounce worldly possessions, sadly.
Yeah. As someone who's only played extremely greedy characters,
I'd like to
I
point
can
out...
be greedy for something that isn't money. I can be
Yeah.
greedy for spirituality.
That's gonna be
You definitely
phenomenal.
could be an ardent, yeah. I'd like to point out, in the 7 minutes we have been chatting here, since I last look at the amount of books that Dion has stacked, he has only placed 7 on bookshelves.
What?
No, mate.
No, I've picked up a bunch
That's a
Awful
book a
more.
minute.
time.
That's a
Awful
book a minute.
time.
I'll have you know, I've placed 90 books so far.
Yes, but in the last 7 minutes you've only placed 7.
Maybe.
Mate, get those numbers up. Shove those
It's
5
been-
books in your hands on the
It's
nearest
been
shelf.
almost 2 hours and you've only placed 90 books. I'd
Fuck
like to point that
you.
out.
Philosophy J. It's the other side, isn't it? Yep.
I adore this.
I'm having so much fun. I'm barely listening to what you guys are talking about.
Uh,
Not gonna
We're
lie.
talking about
Does-
important
Does
character
Dion
stuff.
know he doesn't need to walk up the staircase every time?
I don't think he's probably not unlocked the
No,
jump
I've not
ability.
got anything yet.
Yeah, because you've
Ah.
not put enough books, you've not completed enough rows.
Oh, this is H. Idiot.
Mate, get good.
Get good.
Get good, scrub.
As a note,
what-
Dion, to unlock the jump ability, you need to find a hidden key.
Right, okay.
And there are hidden keys hidden about the place.
I'll figure it out maybe. Philosophy. What the fuck?
So, starting equipment wise, what are we going to be running with there? Or
Nothing.
is that going to be session 0 talk?
I'm probably going to be running with nothing.
Yeah, you're going to have absolutely tiddly squat, mate.
No, you'll have clothes. It's illegal for you to walk around naked.
Oh, shit game.
Shit DM.
Shit
Bad
game.
DM. Bad DM.
And dependent on whether you are female, it will be illegal for you to even walk around without your hands covered.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
Am I not
without your,
genderless?
without your what do you call it?
Safe hand.
Yeah,
Safe
without
hand.
the safe hand covered.
Yeah.
Am I not genderless as an
You
ardent?
got to go hee on this
even,
bitch.
Even Ardents wear safe hands.
What if I'm completely naked except for the safe hand?
Yeah, you're fine. You're good.
Probably should be fine, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
they
could-
really take that safe hand. Oof.
That's very saucy, that safe hand.
Yeah,
The sexiest part of a woman's body has always been her right hand.
you know that. Yeah.
You know, I always knew it.
Many feet.
Oh.
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 What? What other
Realistically, if we make that one bit of clip and send it out, someone's gonna be like, finally, they get me. There's gonna be someone out there.
finally someone understands.
Right
I
hand
really do
just
like a
killed
right
these
hand.
guys.
There was some meme that was talking about the safe hand OnlyFans.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that mentioned
Yeah.
a couple times. It's like Shalane when she runs out of money for the month.
Yeah, exactly.
On onlyhands.com.
Yeah. Perfect.
So are we gonna be creating OnlyHands here, guys?
Listen,
Asking for a
I
friend.
can't promise my right hand will be good, but I can promise that I would post it online.
I mean, as someone that works in kitchens, our hands probably look absolutely dreadful compared to someone else's.
I don't know. Some people like a rough-looking hand, covered in scars.
Oh, do ye, eh? Do ye, eh?
Oh, do you
No,
know?
I was talking about
Do you
friends.
know?
I was talking about friends.
Unfortunately, I'm afflicted with baby hands, so
Do you
they're
think-
incredibly small and stubby.
Do you think in their culture, where people like go to bed in just their underwear, would they still wear the safe hand?
Go on,
Depends on if
VM.
they're sharing a room.
I actually
You know-
agree with that. I think it would depend on whether they're sharing a room and who they were sharing it with.
But yeah,
Yeah.
would it be the equivalent of having your knickers off? That's my question though.
Yes,
Is it
and
the
it's
equivalent?
just-
described on
assume so.
multiple occasions as being exactly like that.
There's a
Yeah.
scene.
Nuts.
There's a scene.
But if it's
oh,
a
I
married
get to-
couple, then that should be fine. If it's like
No,
friends,
no. As an
nah.
ardent, you cannot stand by that. That's not
there's
allowed.
a scene where spoilers.
I don't know if it's a married
spoilers,
couple. It's okay.
where Dalinar gets well, like is up in the morning. He's staring out the window, and
So big-
Oh,
and his
big,
wife comes along,
big
safe
spoilers,
hand
big spoilers.
uncovered because she doesn't. Because they're used to this intimacy
someone's
now.
joined.
Let's
Oh.
not discuss I fucked your mum Dalinar over here. Let's not do that.
Let's absolutely discuss I fucked your mum, Dalinar. He's so right. Well, mainly Navani's so right for having been like, look, son, I don't give a shit. I'm courting your uncle now. What a legend. What a legend.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know what you have to be for your sister-in-law to be like, do you know what though?
Do you know what though?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think it's described at multiple times that Dalinar is not that attractive of a man, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
listen, if you
But
can
he is,
make
though.
them clap and giggle, you can. Fuck. If
That's
you can
all
make
he
them
needs,
clap
man.
and
That's all he
giggle,
needs.
you can make it clap and jiggle.
That is so
fucked
true.
that up
He
so many
definitely did that.
I fucked it up so many times, but you get the gist.
It's my favourite part of the first book.
Where he makes it.
Yeah, where
Laugh
he
and
makes it
giggle.
clap and jiggle.
Listen, it is canon that Dalinar's ass is fat and tight.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe I should
Right.
read these books.
You definitely should.
You
Maybe I
should.
should read these books.
You should.
And we are joined by our faithful Kieran here.
Kira!
Yes, we are. I
Oh,
noticed that a
okay,
while
I
ago,
thought
and
you
then they were
joined.
muted.
Yeah, okay.
They
Get
were
my
muted.
shut
like
up,
some
sort
kind
of,
of
yeah.
loser.
We were talking about big
Remember
old
starting an
fat-ass
only
Dalinar.
hand.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, and how he makes it clap or something.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He
Yeah.
definitely could from the descriptions in the book.
Diggles with every step.
He'd probably not be a fan of us talking about him like this.
Dalinar?
Yeah.
No. But Brandon? Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one who wrote it that way.
If you don't want your characters to be spoken of sexually, don't sexualize your characters,
Yeah.
Brandon.
Oh, but that's a wildly controversial take for some content creators.
Yeah. Enchanting G.
Some hell of a
So,
vibe.
Kieran, do you have any questions for our Q&A?
Assuming it wasn't already asked, what is the nobility structure like?
Oh, this is a
That wasn't
very
that.
good question. So,
Oh.
the nobility structure on Roshar, especially in terms of like foreign cultures, is denoted in terms of Dawn, which is spelled D-A-H-N, so it's pronounced as like Dan and Nan. So like, if you're light eyes, your social class system is denoted by which rank of Nan that you are. It's pronounced a bit like Nan bread.
Yeah,
Does
mate,
that
you're
make
an
sense?
Ann bread.
Basically. And if you're dark-eyed, your system would be classed as Dan. And Vinny, as an Ardent, you would be completely immune to that. So you would not be classed
yeah.
as anything at all. Which means you can talk to any status of anyone.
Completely free from the structures of the hierarchy.
Yes.
I mean,
so
you
you're-
still have to have respect as an Ardent.
Oh, of course, I'll
You
respect.
still have to have
I'll respect
as
the
an Ardent.
the light eyes and the dark eyes.
Yeah, so that's the thing. As an Ardent, you are both
If it gets
below
into my
and above
teachings.
all of them. So you must respect every one of them and teach every one of them.
Yeah.
But-
I'll respect them all if it gets them to listen to my teachings.
So let me Google the Nan system so that I can give you it properly.
I think we've already established here in these conversations as well, Kieran, that you are most likely going to be one of the only light eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it, which is quite interesting and fun sounding.
Oh, especially.
Am I going to be the only character who can talk to you at first?
Potentially, yeah.
Hmm.
It
Oh,
very
maybe Matt's
dependent.
character.
Very dependent, actually, yeah, because I feel like although 110% what's going on here is Kieran and I have a working relationship, Kieran is still a vastly higher in the hierarchy that I will ever attain and reach. So I'll be walking a fine bloody line. Like, there's a lot that I couldn't say to him that I would like to.
What do you mean you can't walk up to them and say, "Here, you're smelly"?
No, I can do
Means
that.
exactly that.
Oh,
I can
good,
do that.
good.
Oh, well, you can do it, but you can only do it once.
Brightness, you smell like shit. Take a bath.
Hard. Hello, Brisbane.
So, you would be of 6th Dan, Kieran, which would basically put you as the same thing as a Captain Lord or any landed light eyes. So that is essentially, what that means is, you're about halfway to being a king, or the other end of that spectrum, if you were ranked 10, that would be a light eyes who is basically what they would class as a peasant, but not a peasant, because they would be a fully working light eyes. So it would be someone who like owns a business and runs a shop kind of thing.
I see. Truly the lowest of societies, an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
And if I understood correctly, I'm in the halfway mark of that then.
Pretty much, you would be 6th.
Mhm.
So not royalty, not entrepreneur.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Successful entrepreneur.
On
Yeah,
the
you
flip-
basically got room to grow.
On the flip side, for Nan, you're basically, if you look at the list, so at 10th Nan, the lowest level, you don't even have the right to move town. Like, wherever you're born is where you'll die.
Jesus, that's depressing.
From
At least
9th,
Finny isn't there.
from 9th to 3rd
I can
Nan,
move wherever I want.
generally, you're allowed to move to cities nearby, but not change country. and you can only really move up the ranks if someone light-eyed chooses to give you the ability to do so, or if you do military service, which is exactly the same thing, because the military is ruled by light eyes as well. The very, very highest that you can become as a dark-eyed would be First Nan, and I'll read out the description that it is here. The highest tiers of dark eyes are individuals who are classed as citizens and who enjoy the right to travel freely and are even permitted to marry into light-eyed families if asked. They are typically wealthy merchants or highly skilled professionals. So that is the highest rank that they can possibly have. As
From
the
what
very
I heard of
lowest
Dark Eyes,
rank.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. But they can never own land. They can never own a house. They can never, like, actually progress into marrying into a real family that has real wealth and then keep that wealth. Like, they will always just be dark-eyed.
However, if they're lucky, they can find a sugar daddy.
Yeah, basically.
That's
Yes.
actually technically that's my character. You
Yeah.
can explain this.
Yeah, Dion wants to have a light-eyed boyfriend.
Yeah, and that's why I was allowed to go on the mission at all. Because I'm.
Hell
being a little
yeah.
bit-
So you've got,
yes, I'll fund
Dion's got a sugar
your
daddy.
silly little adventures. Go on.
Jay, what?
No, sorry, my character can't read. I can't be Dion's boyfriend.
No, no. My boyfriend
And if
is
they
gonna
could
be
read it,
basically
That would be grounds for being a boyfriend.
It's basically found a way to have Adolin as a boyfriend, but it's just not Adolin, but it's basically Adolin.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
They just want
Of
to have a
course, that
very
would be your-
supportive, loving boyfriend.
yeah, exactly. Question for all of you: what is therianthropy?
Therianthropy?
Yeah, magical psiology of therianthropy.
I don't know. Sounds fictional.
Yeah,
I
I've got
think
no
it's
clue.
I think it's like lycanthropy, where it's like becoming an animal. So like transfiguration or transformation.
Okay, I'm gonna go try that.
Because I know what Etherean is, and it sounds like a combination of
But you're gonna
Etherean
go
and
try it.
lycanthropy.
Okay, thank you, sir. That does sound promising, unless you're pranking me.
No, I genuinely, if
transformation.
it's wrong, then I'm wrong.
No.
But I think
I
it's
think
genuinely the
sounds
answer.
Good. Let's see. That wasn't correct. Am I in the right section?
So, Kieran, does that answer your question roughly to what
Oh.
you are thinking?
So Dion, it is the identity or
Oh, yeah.
belief of an individual who involuntarily feels a non-human animalistic connection
Okay.
on a psychological or
monstrosity.
spiritual level.
Yeah, so that's Etherean. So I was right about the Etherean part, but wrong about the lycanthropy part.
Like, one of the things you've told me is that the Alethi are very big on dueling. They cannot turn down their duel. They fucking love to fight.
Yes.
So I was interested, like, how does that work into, like, their
So, you
their
can
culture,
only-
but also just their, like, society as a whole?
Yeah, so you can only challenge one above your station and any amount lower than your station.
Just so Vinny knows,
Oh.
I was putting it on the wrong number in Transfiguration. I put it on the right number. It was correct. So Transfiguration
Oh.
it was. Thank you, sir.
Hooray!
Okay, so that
Anytime.
makes an important change to my backstory. In fact, no, it doesn't, actually.
Oh, I
Because
mean,
instead of me challenging them, they would probably have to challenge me.
yeah,
Well, depending
yeah,
on
fair
how
actually.
high they were.
Well, they would
Yeah,
have a
I
shard
don't think
blade,
you'll be
so
able
they'd
to
be
challenge a king.
relatively decent up, wouldn't they?
Not necessarily.
Like a-
So,
Like a
as far
I
as
guess
I
so.
know,
Eh?
let's see if there's information in the Copper Mind about it. But as far as I
I'd guess a
know,
6, maybe a 7.
as far as I know, shard bearers are not actually that high up in the system.
Yeah, because a Dark Eyes can have a shard blade if they're good enough at fighting.
No.
Yeah, but that
As soon as they
No.
pick up a shard blade, they become light-eyed.
What the fuck? Well, they could have been a Dark Eyes before.
Yeah, but they're not anymore. Like, it's a fucked up, kind of silly way of thinking, but it is how they think.
Yeah, so shard bearers are anywhere from 6th to 3rd level. So technically you could have a... Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because...
So, like, it could be someone of equal standing to you, or one higher that you challenged. But not one of 4th, 2nd, 4th or 3rd.
Okay.
Unless they challenged him.
Yes.
I think for simplicity's sake, we'll probably say they challenged me.
Oh, or unless someone who is at least one higher than them challenges them for you. Because they can nominate a challenger.
Yeah, so you could be on their behalf in the duel.
Yes. So someone, like, say you're, say you had an uncle that was like second Dan, you could basically approach your uncle and be like, hey, this guy slighted me. I'd like you to challenge him so that I can fight him. And then he could challenge basically anyone in the country personally.
I love the idea of essentially a prince challenging a farmer.
Yeah.
And be like, here, my nephew will fight on my behalf.
Yeah.
That is rather entertaining.
Yeah, that works well though.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of theory crafting here for the characters. I'm enjoying this actually.
So you can definitely have been the one to challenge them. And you can definitely also, like, continue to progress the way that we talked about. What I will say is, one of the other things that can happen in a Lethe dueling culture is that the king has a legal obligation to rent out his shard plate if someone has an important duel. So you can choose to pay a huge sum of money to wield a plate and blade in a duel if you want to challenge a shard bearer. So you could have beaten him whilst wearing blade and plate that you would have had to have given back, kind of thing. If you wanted it to have been a shard duel.
So you can rock up to the king, go, here, mate, I want your armor. I'll give you money for it. But
He can deny you
I give you
if he
$10.
has a good reason.
you can still rock up to the king and personally go, here, mate, geez your armor.
Well, no, I would imagine you have to write to him and ask.
You'd imagine, but it doesn't say you have to.
No, you can ask him in person.
Theoretically, you can rock up to the king.
It's tempting. Tempting, and it'd make a bit more sense, obviously, for the character.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's just someone that has a shard blade and no shard plate, it still could be fairly even as long as you avoid getting hit by that blade.
Bjorn, is that 9
Oh, yeah, well, that's
in the
the-
9th
Yeah, what the
slot?
fuck?
What?
Huh?
That book that says 9 on it, was that in the 9th slot?
This one, no, it wasn't. But this is not in the right place.
How have you stuck all them up there without them
They're
being
not
right at
glowing
all?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Theory, this is...
I'd take them all off and try and find out where they are at the...
Yeah,
Because you've got all them collected at this point, you may as well find out where they go.
yeah. Oh, I can't collect them.
Yeah, we discussed, while you weren't here, Kieran, sadly, stuff about our characters and our connections. Is there anything else that you would like to ask about that?
To be honest, have we spoke about what we're planning for the setting?
We discussed it partially yesterday, yeah.
Oh, like, we discussed it yesterday, but we discussed it on stream, aka should I keep my mouth shut?
No, you can talk.
Great for session zero.
Everything I said to you guys yesterday has been repeated on here, so if you have any questions, let us know.
So yeah, we're basically taking part during like the third book, during the rebellion, and we're working for the rebellion, correct?
Your goal is to go and join it. So basically what's happening is
okay.
Alethkar wants you guys to go and help out during the rebellion. They haven't requested... Well, they do request help from Alethkar, but they haven't specifically went, I want these people. Alethkar is just choosing to send, like, little groups at a time to go help, so that it's not, like, a massive fucking military march that will get caught out and just, like, immediately eradicated. They're sending, like, little bits at a time.
Okay.
Okay.
So would I be an Ardent of Alethkar?
Yes.
Okay. Would that not go against my I cannot react politically? Or would it be because it's a direct order I'm allowed to?
You would not be classed as acting politically. So, Ardents are not allowed to take part in politics, and they're not allowed to direct politics. However, a politician can make a political decision and then set the church to work upon it. Does that make sense? You just can't get there and go, I think these guys should win.
Yeah, if I'm told something, that is fact.
Yes, you have been told that Alethkar is taking a political stance, and that stance is to protect her Daz. So your character would go, okay, I did not make that decision, but part of my religious belief is that protection is a good thing, so I agree with this, and I can work with it.
Yeah.
That make sense?
Yep.
I'm basically trying to dot my I's and cross my T's, because I know that I've
got everything.
Yeah, I'm very excited to play this character. I think it's going to be very good fun RP-wise. It is a complication that comes with it is making sure that it is capable of playing with the other players. Like, rule number one when you're doing like an RPG sort of game is you make a character that will want to work with the other people. Like if you're the edgy guy sitting at the edge of the bar with your hood up and just not interacting with people, you've made a shit character.
Well, Aragorn done it very well in the Lord of the Rings. He smoked his pipe.
But he wasn't being... The thing is, when the plot came up, Exactly, yeah. When the plot came up, he engaged with it, which is like the big important part.
Yes.
He went with the group once.
Here is that you can't be the edgelord, I have no friends, and then when the plot shows up, be like, well, fuck these guys, I'm a lone wolf, I go do my own thing.
Yeah.
Exactly, because then you're missing the whole point of the game. So it's trying to make sure that I'm playing this character true to what the character is, which is a dick with power.
Yeah.
But also has to fit within the confines of this is an RPG, we are a group, we are a team. He needs to be with the group, so
I had an idea about this. If you are okay with me saying what I think they would offer you on stream.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so Alethkar, at the time of the game that we will be playing, has been conquered. So you are not in your homeland anymore, which is a huge thing that your character, I was going to address it in session 0, but your characters are all in a state of homelessness if you are from Alethkar, because you have lost the country. Like, the war went so badly, you do not get to occupy your own soil anymore. Everyone is living in a new place called Urithiru. And you would have basically lost access to your wine vineyards. However,
yeah,
Alethkar shares a border with her Daz. So I thought it would be really fun if your character had basically owned a little bit of the land that shares the border, and you were told, listen, the rebellion is the only bit that's going well at the moment. We lost, they didn't. We need to find out how they're doing this so that we can start doing the same thing. And the first place we will be able to start is by conquering your homeland back first, because that's the only bit that's, like, from Herdaz to occupied Alethkar would be your homeland kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be on this mission fighting to gain the knowledge of getting your homeland back.
Yeah, that works out really well because it's still selfish at heart.
Yeah, but it's also, if we don't work together, I'm already, like, you would have had wealth, and the other thing is, like, you would not be struggling yet because these types of wine vineyards, obviously aging wine takes time. So you would have had stores of wine that you would have transported to the war camps to sell. Because you're like high enough in standing that you would have been travelling with the Alethi to sell your wine, basically. So you would have stores and stores and stores of the stuff up in your Etheru, and so you would still be making a tidy profit. But to your character, this would be like, okay, I'm on a ticking time bomb. Because I have good stores, but they are not endless. So I need to get this back.
Yeah, okay, that works so well.
So you're not desperate, you're not poor, but you are on that ticking clock of, fuck, I'm certainly fucking gonna be.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that works really well. Plus,
That's
then
good
there's the
character.
continuation of prestige and such.
Yeah.
Once I've secured what's mine, it's like, okay, now I can be a bit more greedy.
But yeah, I thought that would be a good explanation. As
Yeah,
to
thank you very much, that's great. Gives me time to... I'm not going to remotely lie and say that I expect my character will like the party.
No, but I think he will also be the type of person who will, from a selfish place, want them to work really hard and work well.
Yeah.
You're definitely, for the first half until we kind of get everything established, you're going to be the mouthpiece for us, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because by the sounds of it, there's going to be a bit of a... It kind of sounds like our best play to move through enemy territory is, oh, these are all my slaves.
Yes.
These people all work for me.
Basically, yes.
I could see the Ardent
say
being a little bit of a
politically.
mouthpiece as well, but obviously not being able to do anything politically charged.
I love the idea of Vinny having to suppress that.
As if Vinny does fully go for an Ardent.
Oh. I blanked out for a
I think it'd
moment.
be
I was
really funny,
watching
mate. We were kind of saying how it's going to be funny if you go on Ardent, because you are just such a raw force of chaos.
Yeah. Where I will get people to either listen to my teachings or change or listen to my beliefs, no matter the circumstance.
Like, that
You
sounds
don't
like your
need to follow
character's going to be
them.
one of the few characters I will show respect to.
Yeah. Good. Maybe you'll listen.
No. I said show respect, not
I
acknowledge as a
didn't
person.
say you needed to follow them. I said listen to.
No.
And I will be listened to.
Nah, I'd win.
Nah, I'd win.
DM, can I get shard earplugs?
Can I get shard vocal cords?
Okay, what, do you want, like, the voice from June?
Yeah. As for shard vocal cords, I don't think so.
Oh.
Don't see why a shard helmet couldn't function as shard earplug.
Blocks out all sound.
But I would like to ignore this, man.
Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be able to do that.
DM, can I roll to ignore this guy?
Yeah.
Transtemporal.
Oh, just to
summons
add
and-
to this, by the way, I fully plan to like bring like a chalice with me, some
Yeah,
sort of
that makes
chalice or
sense.
goblet to drink from.
Yeah.
Chalice
Yeah.
Dungeoners.
Maybe I'll bring an apple every session, take a bite out of it, throw it away.
True.
Everybody's starving. This man's just eating his apple. But no, you're not even getting the core.
I'll go to hand you a seed, and then I'll throw it on the ground, and then dig it back up so it doesn't plant.
Transtemporal summons in the law of causality. Where would that go if not in jurisprudence? Maths?
Say it again.
Transtemporal summons and the law of causality.
Isn't there a summoning category?
There
Yeah,
is.
I think there's a summoning category.
There is, but I don't know, I feel like law of causality, yeah, oh right, yeah, it probably is that.
But yes, so I was thinking we could start by doing our sort of little casual jaunt through Alethkar, because that is occupied at the moment. And then, so like, I would have you guys... Probably the easiest way to do it would be to have you travel by Chul cart to begin with. And then basically have the plan be that when you get captured by singers, you will have to escape and run off, kind of thing. So I thought that would be a fun first half of you guys like coming to terms with your skills, being able to speak to other Alethi characters in the slave camps and find out what's going on. Like, it would be a proper like underground sort of like information gathering part of the thing, and then like a big escape on the run to Herdaz kind of thing.
Yeah,
I see that fitting.
sounds fun.
So will we already know what we're going off to do at the start of the game, basically?
I thought it would be really fun to have you guys start in the cart traveling a la Skyrim, and then all of you guys say who you are, and then a big flashback of like basically frame the first episode as get to know the cast and like who invited you here and why kind of thing, whilst describing how you travel, and then either ending it with you guys getting caught or ending it with you guys going undetected and continuing the travel.
Please, you gotta actually do the. Hey,
I know for a
dude,
fact.
finally awake.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
Yes.
Finally
We were
awake.
caught trying to. Because we would have been caught trying to cross the border.
No.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I was going with, is like, yeah, so like a la Skyrim, you guys have been caught, and you're in the cart being transitioned to the centre of Alethkar, and it is basically you guys remembering how you got here one at a time. Does that make sense?
That's like a nice way to do it, yeah.
And also, I thought it would be hilarious because of Skyrim, and we would all get to do the cheesy, yes, my character thinks about such and such.
Yeah, while we're in the car.
The
Yeah.
character thinks it's a dark and brooding backstory that includes.
Basically, you get to be the edgy character that everyone really wants to be, and then we'll get back into the real game.
Have we got any characters that we know of right now that ain't going to be edgy? Because from the sounds of it,
Mine's probably
I mean,
not going to be very edgy, to be honest.
if Vinny's doing what I think he's doing, he's not going to come across as edgy just yet.
When have my characters ever been edgy?
He's definitely going to be edgy. He's coming over like, I'm Batman.
I'm over like, damn, all of my family have been killed and I had to be taken in as an ardent.
What's the chances his character is just going to be called Stan?
He is.
Oh, we've discussed this.
Yeah. It's not
we have,
Stan,
in
it's
fact, discussed
Stan.
this.
It's Stan.
It's like Shan,
It's
Stan,
Stan.
Arden
Stan.
Stan.
An ardent Stan. It's a
You
double barrel
were-
name.
You missed this whole entire conversation.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's gonna be called Stan.
Yeah, Stan.
We're doing things. We are cooking.
Yeah, it turns out there's two names from the Reshi culture. One of them is Shah, and the other is Tan.
Khan.
Shatan.
So if you say
Combination of
it,
names of
Stan.
Stan.
if you say it quickly, it would be Stan.
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 Okay.
Yes, hello, my name is
I will
Stan.
fuck that up every time.
I'm gonna
Alright
have
then,
so much fun
Stan.
going
It will
Stan.
take us like 2 sessions to turn around and just start calling him fucking Stan. I know for a fact.
Oh, I won't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
It's gonna
calling
take
him
me
Two
half
Stan.
sessions is optimistic. You thought my name was Stan for a solid 3 years.
No, I knew your name was Vinny.
No. No.
I'm still not convinced your name isn't fucking Stan in real life.
Yeah, it's just been the longest con you've ever seen.
Technically, my name isn't even Vinny.
Hey.
What?
It's
What?
It's actually
Your name is
vinyl.
Vincent.
Yeah. I was given a real fancy name.
Yeah, you got
Vincent.
you got a pretty cool name there, bud.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my last 2 names cancel it out, but I'm not going to say that on stream.
What about the funny numbers?
I would not want to oust myself on stream, please.
Please don't
Ouch myself.
I do not
Please,
want to
guys,
oust
don't
Shan
touch
is gonna
myself.
talk. Every issue's gonna be like this.
Every S is going to... Every single syllable is going to talk.
Shatan speaks.
Yeah, the only thing I can say properly is Stan.
It would be really funny if your name was Stan, but you pronounced it with a lisp and everyone thought you were Reshi.
I like that
But
quite a lot.
no, guys, it's not Stan. It's Stan. Yeah, we know it. We know it's Stan. No, it's Stan.
No.
Every
Stan.
conversation.
You're getting it wrong.
You're getting it wrong, guys.
Wrong, guys.
It's not Stan. It's Stan. Get it with
Love
me?
it.
Stan.
But yes, I think that's pretty good for our Q&A. Unless anyone has any other questions.
What's your favourite colour?
We've been looking at the YouTube chat just in case they ask any questions.
Yeah,
What's your
me
favourite
too,
colour?
but no one's asked.
There is a
It's
question.
just been-
There
yeah.
is a question.
No
There's
one
a question.
important. No one
There's a
important has asked
question.
any
There is a
questions.
question. You gotta
I
answer. it.
answered that question in the chat and you didn't even reply back, mate. That's like terrible. How could you do
There's
that?
a
to me?
question.
Yeah, I answered it.
No one important has asked any questions in the chat. So
No, but you didn't tell the YouTube chatter that isn't me.
Wait, is there a YouTube chatter that isn't you?
Yeah, you gotta tell Wishful Turkey.
Oh, god damn it.
I had you for a second there.
Sure, you kind of did actually, and then I realised what he was
who's
doing.
linked to my YouTube channel will know my favourite colour is purple.
Thank you for
Alright,
answering.
is that going to be useful information for our characters, DM?
Not particularly, as far as I know. You might
Yeah,
surprise
but
me.
everyone gonna. Yeah, is everyone gonna bond to a purple spren because it's your favorite?
There isn't a purple one.
Yeah, can I invent a purple spren? Can I contact Brandon Sanderson just to say, hey, can I make a spren purple?
If you contact him, please let me know.
Yeah, that'd
Nah.
be quite impressive.
I'd show you the proof and then never tell you how I contacted him.
You're going to send smoke
Oh,
signals
by
to
the
him
way.
because I feel like the man would reply to them.
If I successfully bond to a spren before Dion, I'm never gonna let him live it down.
I've already said it. I hope
Why are you
everyone
so
but
mean?
Dion bonds to a spren. I hope Dion is the last one to bond to a spren. 'cause
Oh,
that'd
Why
be
are you
so
hilarious.
funny.
mean?
That'd be so funny.
I don't like you guys.
Let's all belay Dion
You know
and
you love us
become
really.
radiant, and he never
But the
becomes
thing is,
radiant.
mate, you know what type of character I'm kind of planning on playing. I don't think there's many sprens that will look at me and go,
There's evil
That's-
spren, or the inverted
Yeah,
version,
that's true,
remember?
Will.
Yeah, but they don't bond.
True, but I still-
There's no stats for that. That's not in the game.
Not in the game
Yeah, so-
yet.
Yes.
Dion could take so long, it's implemented.
Yeah, a whole 2 months.
That's
What?
not
Dion, you've
impossible.
got 2 months.
Yeah, that is not out of the possibilities here.
What's not
Yeah.
out of the possibilities is that Brandon releases 10 more expansions in the next 6 months, though.
Exactly.
So Dion has an even better chance.
Huh?
To bond or not to bond?
I'll bond you.
Always get consent first.
I suppose that is the question.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that's it. Dion, if you want to end the stream.
Sure.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. Welcome to
Hello,
a stream
everyone,
of
it's
Dion
Markiplier.
trying to
Welcome
figure out
back
how
to
to end
another-
the stream.
I'm
Wonderful.
gonna do it right now.
I shall see you all at some point soon. Have a wonderful evening. Please feel free to join us this Wednesday as we play some Kimagori. And then
Kimagori.
the following Wednesday as we play the first session of Stormlight, which will be session 0.
Yay!